Yes, Indiana is now recruiting Chicago police officers who were forced to resign over a vaccine mandate. Senator Braun is back. He's a Republican. He's from the great state of Indiana. Senator, you're recruiting Chicago cops. Are there no vaccine mandates for cops in Indiana?
Not in Indiana. Stu, Indiana's a place where I built my business. We don't like those top-down mandates. And when you got places like Chicago where their mayor is acting like the federal government, and they got a state government that's about as bad, similar to that in maybe California or New York, people will say enough is enough. My hometown, which is over 5 hours south of Chicago, had an inquiry. You know, we're a town of 16,000, 17,000 people. The welcome sign is open for the folks that do the hardest job in the country. And when you put these crazy ultimatums, like either get a vaccine or lose your job, that is government in overdrive. And some places will benefit if you're nearby. They'll come to us. I hope they do.
That was a commercial for the police force of Indiana, and a pretty good one, too. Senator, your colleague, Democrat Joe Manchin, just spoke out about speculation that he might switch parties. Bear with us, Senator. Just listen to this for a second. Roll tape.
So anything that was ever said, that we've ever talked about, if I'm an embarrassment to my Democrat colleagues, my caucus, the president being the Democrat, the leader of the Democrat Party, Chuck Schumer and all them, and I said, me being a moderate centrist Democrat, if that causes you a problem, let me know, and I'd switch to be an independent, but I'd still be caucusing with Democrats.
Apparently he's not going to become a Republican, but I think he should. What about you?
Sounds like he might be sidling a little bit to a new political status. I ran with him back in 2018, and he was in a tight election then with not near the amount of stuff you need to defend if you're a Democrat currently. Federalizing everything, what has happened in Afghanistan, the southern border, plus West Virginia has probably got one of the most conservative electorate of any place in the country. His governor used to be a Democrat, Governor Justice, so maybe he's saying one thing, might do another. Let's wait and see.
Well, Senator Manchin says the child tax credit is still being negotiated. Now, I think that's an entitlement program. I'm pretty sure you oppose it. Where do you stand on it?
I mean, that whole business of using COVID to try to dramatically change, Stu, what was the best economy that was working pre-COVID in the 37 years I was in it. So I'm glad he's got reservations about it. And so much money has been spent that people have been saving it on the sidelines, incentivized to stay home and watch Netflix. That's not the work ethic this country was built upon.
What do you think are the odds that we might get nothing? That the Democrats are so divided, and they lack the votes, that you won't get anything? What are the odds?
They're political enterprisers, and this is their growth business, Stu. And Pelosi, I think, runs the show. She had to decouple the two bills, which was embarrassing. This is going on much longer than any of us imagined. So there's a point, you know, if Manchin is maybe true to what he says, that he's going to hold firm maybe into next year. Sinema says, I'm not doing anything on taxes. I would hope to see the whole thing fall apart. We've spent almost as much, if not more, in 1 year extra than we do in a normal year. We're borrowing most of that money. We're soon to be, Stu, at $1.5 trillion in structural deficits. It needs to all fall apart. That's taking Main Street America and trying to drive it from here. I'd find a new business partner and I'd get off of that trying to drive everything from D.C. It won't work.
You are definitely from Indiana, I can tell. Senator Braun, come and see us in New York soon, okay? We'd love to see you.
I'll do so.
Gives a lesson on good economics. Okay, Senator, we'll see you again soon. God bless.